Hey folks, welcome back to the playoffs here on the Vegas Don channel. NFL picks for the wild card weekend as it starts out here on Saturday. My team did not make the playoffs, so I'm wearing my Bobby Boucher special, the Water Boy jersey here to make these picks. Again, this is just for entertainment purposes only, just a little something fun that we like to do here on the Vegas Don channel with our community. So without any further ado, let's get right into it. Chargers at the Texans. Chargers are favored by 3 as the road team in this one. Texans are not at 100%. I am inclined to go with the Chargers in this one. I think this will be a road victory for Los Angeles. Over under 42.5. They're not expecting a whole ton of scoring in this. Could see it being like a 21-19 affair, something like that. I guess it would be 22-20, so somewhere in there, 22-19, something like that. So I'm thinking that the Chargers will win. They will cover, and I think it'll probably stay under on this over-under. I'm probably going to regret that. Both teams could probably come out and just go firing on all cylinders. So, but I'm going to take the Chargers with the points and go under on the over-under. And then the Steelers at the Ravens. This line has actually swollen since it first opened. It opened at 8. Now it's up to 9.5. It's over under 43.5. I like the Ravens at home. I don't know that they're going to win by 9.5. I think that's a really fat line, even for the Ravens at home right now. I think they will win, but I don't think they'll cover. And I think they'll stay under the over-under on this one as well. They would have to win, like 26-16 or something like that, somewhere in that order. 27-17, something like that, in order to make that line. So I'm just not seeing it. I think this will be a real defensive battle here. Defense wins championships, and that's what I'm looking for here as in this one, definitely with defense. And then the Sunday games, the early one is the Broncos at the Bills. The Broncos slid into the playoffs after beating the second stringer Chiefs team last week. The Bills are favored by 8.5 on this one. Over under 46.5. I see the Bills winning. I see the Bills covering. I think it'll probably go over on the over under. I could see a little bit of scoring in this one. I don't think that the defenses will make much of a showing here in this one. And then we have the Packers at the Eagles. That clears the slate for all the AFC games, by the way. Then we go into the NFC games. So Packers at Eagles. Packers are 4.5-point road dogs in this one, over under 45.5. I like the Eagles here. I like the Eagles with the points. I think it'll probably stay under on the over-under on this one as well. And then the nightcap on Sunday night brings us the Commanders of Washington at Tampa Bay to take on the NFC South Division champs, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Buccaneers are favored by 3 in this one, over under 50.5. I'm going to call an upset here. I think that Washington is going to come out on top. I think that Washington wants to prove something, and they're going to do it here against the Buccaneers. So I think the Buccaneers will upset and win outright. I think it'll probably stay under on that over-under. Don't think the Bucs will do much in the way of scoring. At least I hope that's the outcome. And then the final wrap-up on Monday night. On Monday Night Football, the last Monday Night Football of the season, of the overall season for these playoffs, including these playoffs as well. Vikings at the Rams. Vikings are 1-point favorites here in this one. Over under 47.5. I could see this being just a running shootout here between the two teams. I could see the Vikings going nuts and putting up a whole bunch of points. I think the Vikings will win. I think they will cover. Ordinarily, during the regular season, I would probably take the home team here. But I think the Vikings are going to they want to avenge their 2 losses to the Kittens of Detroit here during the regular season. I think honestly, I think we're going over on the over-under on this one. Over under 47.5. I think we're going over. But I do think the Vikings will prevail and they will cover. So thank you all so very, very much for joining us. Last week was one of the worst weeks we had during the final week of the regular season. We went 9-6. No, 9-7. 9-7 last week. Really, really bad week overall. But with that, we still maintained 70% overall winning percentage. So I'll take that percentage every time. That's a C, right? Or at least a C minus. So thank you all so very, very much for joining us. And we'll see you next week during NFL divisional weekend with the divisional playoff games. And enjoy the games, guys.